Huh? Hmm. Hello everybody and welcome to the Redstone Testing World. This is Ike with you again today, and I've been looking all into the sweet berry now that we have it in 1.14. Now what's the point in the sweet berry? First of all, it's a food. When we eat it, it gives us less than a haunch. It's about half a haunch of food. So it's not a very good food. So what are its other purposes? Well, as we look here, the villager, the master villager for the butcher trades us 1 emerald for 10, and that's a trade. And having multiple options for trading is going to become very important in the near future. And how you get the butchers with the smoker. The other thing is we can feed foxes with it and breed foxes, so we need that, and they'll produce a baby just like so. That's the way we can get more foxes. And let's go into creative mode here. Bam, now we're done. Okay, so now that we know what the berry is for, we want to know how to farm it. And so I've been looking into a lot of designs and the optimized designs and trying to figure out what is the best way to farm these. Now obviously there are several ways to do it, and strangely enough, let's go ahead and clear this out. You actually can harvest the berries with water. So we had 16 there and we come out with 40. You just need to replant them again. So this is one simple solution. You could do it just like a water. That's the foxes making those noises. You can make a water harvest station just like we do any other crop. And also we could just right click them, make a line and plant them, and come by and right click on them. There is also even a cool little nano farm here that I came up with, that basically all you got to do is sit here and hold right click, and it will continue to bone meal them, and you'll produce quite a bit of berries really quickly. This may be the option you want to use if you're just using them to trade. But yeah, foxes are the mechanic in the game that Mojang has given us that actually automatically farm berries. And man, these foxes are driving me crazy. There's so many. And so what we can do is put them in a pen with the berry bushes and some mine carts underneath, and they will harvest them. And one way I figured out how to do this is to so we can put him in a 1x1 with a bush, and just like this nano farm here, when he harvests this, I may show him do it here in a second, it'll actually bone meal the bush, and it'll just keep it automatic. So what I wanted to do from this point is look into what was going to be the most efficient. Now during the snapshots there was a point in time when you could actually place the foxes one air block above. So basically place the plant, you place a glass, and then a fox, and then the fox wasn't able to actually gather the berries, but now they can actually get the berries even this high up, and they can eat them. So you get a little bit of lost efficiency from this design that you would have normally had, because they're able to eat them. But that's going to be the same across all of these. So it's no longer efficient to have a fox over a plant unless it's being bone mealed, right? So this farm actually produced about 26 berries an hour. This farm here, one fox in with 6, produced about 25. And so at this point, after I came up with these 3 designs here, this one, these 2, I wanted to come and test a theory here. We have 9 foxes in each in a 3x3 pen, and we have 9 foxes in a 9x9. So we have the exact same amount of berry bushes in both set, and the exact same amount of foxes. And so what I wanted to do then is run a 1 hour test. I want to find out how many berries we got per fox in an hour. And it kind of came to a conclusion that segregating the foxes might have been the right idea, so that it kind of kept them on task. So with the segregated foxes, each having their own 3x3 pen, they got 62 berries per hour per fox. And then in the one where we had all 9 running around in the 9x9, the same amount of berry bushes as that one, we only got 40 berries per hour. And so basically I think some of them were pathfinding to the same berry bushes and neglecting others. And that way it kind of proved the point that segregating the foxes were actually going to be the better point. So I wanted to scale up here. And so we've got these other 3 farms here. This one's got the foxes. All 9 foxes all have their own 5x5. This one has all 9 foxes have a 7x7. And this one is all 9 foxes have a 9x9. And so you would think that the answer immediately would say that because there's more berry bushes per fox, that this would be the greatest number, this would be the middle number, and this would be the least number. But actually, the fact is we got 164 berries per fox, or berries per hour per fox in the 5x5. And that's just one 5x5 is 164 per hour. There's the numbers there. So a little over 2 stacks. This one was a little bit less, 159. So these are actually comparable. But I would say this is a negative. I mean, it's a negative decrease in efficiency to this one because you got 164, so you're 5 less. Now, that being said, you know, another hour test might have proved this one be the exact same, or it's so close it's negligible. But the point of it is that this farm takes more effort than this farm, so I'm leaning towards this farm being the most efficient of the two. And then when we come and look at this one, we find out that we only get 134 berries per hour. And so basically what's happening is there's too many plants for the fox to keep up with, and so they're not actually keeping up with them. Too much roaming around, meaning they're neglecting plants, looking for plants, or they're not able to target in on them. Whatever the case may be, this farm is not, it's not worth the effort at all. So if you're gonna go with a no bone meal farm at all, this is the one you're gonna want to do. 5x5. If you just want one fox, it's a 5x5. You can get 164 berries per hour. If you want this big of a farm, the whole point is no matter how many modules you have, keep the containers per fox to be 5x5. And there's really no point in doing a tutorial on this. If you'll set up your rail system going east and west, the rails lay down so easy, anybody can do it. And you just need some glass, some power, and the berry bushes. I showed you at the beginning of the video how you can breed foxes. So you catch 2 with leads, bring them back to your base, breed them up with some berries that you collected while you got the foxes until you have 9. So but the final farm that I want to show you as far as berries are concerned was this one. And like I said, it actually gets 190 berries per hour per fox. So you could set up several of these, and I'm glad that showed that in action for you guys. You can set up several of these. You could actually have 9 foxes in 9 of these, and it would take up way less than this space. So this is basically the same amount of space per fox as this farm, and actually gets the most yield. The only thing is it does take a bone meal, and that basically what's happened is we always have a berry ready for the fox as soon as it's ready to harvest. So between its cooldown, we have a berry ready and waiting for it. So yeah, my recommendation is this. I'm going to show you guys how to build this really quickly. What you're going to want to do is basically just do a 3x3 like this. Put you a dirt in the middle. You're going to want an observer and a dispenser. Observer here, dispenser here. And it takes a little bit of space out in the back, so what we're going to do is just to simplify it, we put a block out of the observer and a block here. So we power this block, we're going to put a dot on this, which is going to power this block, which will power the dispenser. So as you can see, if we go ahead and place some bone meal in this dispenser, it's just the same setup as this here, placed on the side. As you can see, it's placed on its side. So we plant it, it's automatically going to grow it. You can do this, put you some glass in, and then drop your fox. Let me grab a fox. Drop your fox in and you're good to go. The only thing you need to do now to collect them is to come under here and grab yourself a hopper, a rail, put a rail on there, and then you're going to want a hopper minecart. Place it on there, and then you can place a chest down there. Bada bing, bada boom. Now you got a berry farm. Fairly simple, pretty cool. So anyways, guys, yeah, that's about all I got to say for it. Let me know in the comments if you have any other information about berries that I might have missed. But my recommendation is either the Nano Farm version with the fox built in the 3x3 setup there, or this setup here with the free roaming foxes in a 5x5 pins, segregated, and running on a minecart collection system. But anyways, this has been Ike bringing you ideas and tutorials to help you survive and thrive in Minecraft. Till next time, guys, happy Minecraft, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.